right and the left-hand side that were used in the first movie. We also have a couple of different picture cards that we're going to be passing by. Again, those picture cards just mean that they were seen on the screen in those films. That's right, these picture cards here to the left, including this mobile lab, were used in Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World. Pretty cool stuff. Got some more cages on the right-hand side that were seen in Jurassic Park 3. Lots of interesting props, all from the first 3 movies. Uh-oh. Well, it is Jurassic Park, and we all know Jurassic Park comes with some dinosaurs, so don't be alarmed. They're nice. We don't have any T-Rexes roaming around back here. Those are just some Dilophosaurus. They're friendly, I promise. They just get a little hungry sometimes. Now you can check out your screen here. That mobile lab we passed by being used actually in the film Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World. This mobile lab you're seeing on the screen was the actual mobile lab we just drove by. Now, as you can see in this clip here, weather really plays a huge part in creating that ambiance and that vibe that's happening here. As goes for all the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World films, weather plays a huge part. Now, when they were filming the first Jurassic Park movie, there was a terrible hurricane off the coast of Hawaii, and when it was safe to do so, Steven Spielberg actually sent out cast and crew to get some incredible shots in that hurricane. But here in southern sunny California, we're cursed with this beautiful weather all the time, so we unfortunately don't usually get hurricanes to film movies in, but that's no worries, because here at the Universal Backlot, we can create weather. That's right, you heard me correctly. We can create weather. So, what you're hearing right now, those thunder noises are created with boxes and rattles. That lightning that you're seeing is used, made with overhead lighting, strobes, and different box lighting. And as for rain, they use tall sprinkler systems that stand high in the air and then shoot out water like so, in an umbrella effect to make it look like it's naturally falling down to the ground. Now, it does rain here in Southern California sometimes, but trust me, never heavy enough to be picked up on camera. Even in other parts of the country where it does rain a lot heavier and more frequently than it does here, they usually still have to create rain because they really need a specifically heavy and steady flow to be able to pick them on camera and be seen on screen. Uh-oh, does anyone else hear that? That's what happens when there's too much rain here on our backlight. It's a flash flood. That flashlight sequence you just saw was thousands of gallons of recycled water that goes up and down that hill every day, rushing that trams all day long. That flash flood is in an area that we like to call Old Mexico, where they filmed Three Amigos starring Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin. They also filmed Big Fat Liar back there, starring Paul Giamatti, Frankie Muniz, and Amanda Bynes. They actually used that flash flood sequence in the film. They also shot a music video for Lady Gaga back there, her song Judas, and also Jack Black's Nacho Libre film back here in Old Mexico as well. But as we head out of Old Mexico, we're headed to the Old West, everybody. Welcome to 6 Points, Texas. Now, back here in these sets in 6 Points, Texas, they call it that because there's 6 streets back there that mean to 1 point. So our first year here in 1915, we cranked out 200 Westerns. That's right, you heard me correctly. Now, we were able to achieve that because of those 6 streets back there. They were able to film 6 Westerns at one time, and they were able to do that because Westerns back in 1915 were silent. Now, pretty cool stuff. What you're seeing here, actually, they're in post-production for a massive major top secret movie that was filming back here for a few weeks. They're just finishing up now. The props are still out, which is pretty cool. You get to see the remnants of the set that was here, but they're in a phase called post-production here on our backlot. I'm telling you, it was a huge production. We had to be quiet back here. It was crazy. They were filming for a few weeks. Now, we are on approximately the halfway point of our tour, so I just wanted to remind everyone to remain seated during the tour at all times. The studio is private property, so if you do drop your phone or just desperately cannot wait to use that restroom, pull that cord down, and I'll be back to assist you as soon as it is safe for me to do so. But otherwise, just remain seated and enjoy the rest of the ride. Now, we're pulling up here on the right-hand side. You'll be able to see this is where they film Hallmark's Home and Family Monday through Friday here on our backlot. Home and Family is Hallmark's daytime television show starring Demi Matenopoulos. Like I said, they film it right back here. Now it's going to be on our left-hand side in that little terrace back there. And then also there's a bunch of sets back here as well where they film that show. Now, remember at the beginning of the tour I was telling you about all those sound stages? Well, guess what? We're pulling into a soundstage right now. This is dressed up right now to be some sort of subway scene, it looks like. Pretty cool. You can see in the back there, there's director's chairs, writer's chairs, producer's chairs. This is an active soundstage right now. They're just currently not filming at this very moment, but remember to remain seated at all times and hold on to those belongings, because this is an active soundstage, but it's definitely... okay. No need to worry. She's a snake charmer. This is Southern California. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. Oh, no. Okay, everybody, hold on. This might be bigger than I thought. Oh no, I spoke way too soon. Experience with earthquake, the big one, the significant 8.3 earthquake on the Richter scale. Now, I wasn't lying to you guys, though, that actually is an active soundstage that is used in many different productions, but now we just use it here for the earthquake simulation. We head somewhere a little more relaxing, like the beach. That's right, we're going to head to Amity Island, the beautiful New England beach town. Now, you may have heard some stories or some, folk tales about some shark named Jaws that used to... They had divers and police boats in the water scanning for... Oh no, they do have divers in the water. I think that's George the diver. Oh no, George! George, get out of the water! Oh no, George, he was so curious. Oh man, that guy had a lot of guts to be out there, and there they are. Oh, okay, we gotta get out of here. This is not looking good. I'm gonna be sick. Okay, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Okay, good news. They said they're putting out a bait for the shark. Hopefully he takes it. He's taking the whole pier. This is not good, guys. I don't know what else could go wrong at this point. Oh no. Okay, the whole pier could go on fire. All right, everyone, remain calm. No one's freaking out. I'm not freaking out. It's fine. The fire could distract the shark. Oh, I don't know about that. Okay, listen up. I know what you're all thinking. That shark looks so thin, and I can hear you all screaming. As a lawyer, I'll let you leave that one up for interpretation. But that shark there did not always cooperate as he does today. Remember how I mentioned how they tested him in that freshwater pit in Soundstage 21 from the beginning of the tour? Well, when he was tested in the pit, everything worked swimmingly, but first day filming on location in the Atlantic Ocean, Brucey there sunk right to the bottom, and from then on out, it was a disaster. They could absolutely never get him to work. He was a terror on screen, and he gave them so many issues. The production crew and the cast jokingly renamed the production Flaws because they could never get him to work. Now, because of all these issues with the shark, they were forced to push back production of Jaws 100 days. Now, this was bad news because back in 19... Oh, that's not Wisteria Lane. So sorry about that.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
What the heck? Let's move that.
That is right, everybody. This is Wisteria Lane, home to ABC's Desperate Housewives, which had an incredible 8-season run. right here on our back lot. Now check it out. That last house there at the end of the street, at the end of the cul-de-sac, believe it or not, out of all these houses on Colonial Street, it is the only one that is a practical set, meaning that's the only house we can use for the filming on the inside and the outside. They use that house so many times for interior shots for Desperate Housewives. That could be seen as every house's interior pretty much. They were constantly having to switch up the set because they had to make use of it. Now, if we do have any fans of Desperate Housewives on the tram here, look to your right-hand side. That yellow and brown house was Susan Delfino's house, played by Terry Hatcher. And this last house on the right here was Gabrielle Solis's house, played by Eva Longoria. But like I said, before it was Wisteria Lane, it's Colonial Street. It always has been and it always will. There's been some incredible productions filmed down here. That purple house we passed by, in between Susan and Gabriella's house, that was the Munsters house. That's right, the Munsters filmed down here on Colonial. Also some great productions like The Burbs, starring Tom Hanks, was filmed down there. Casper the Friendly Ghost, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, all filmed right there on Colonial Street. Some cool music videos for Nellyville, starring himself and Kelly Rowland, filmed down there. Also, Smash Mouth's all-star music video filmed on Colonial Street as well. More recently, Why Him, starring Bryan Cranston and James Franco, filmed there. And also, they shared the 1 million linear feet it took to build this exact set of Whoville. 2 million linear feet of styrofoam to make this set that you're seeing right here, which has since been moved to our backlot for everyone to check out, but they were built inside of those sound stages. So if you've seen the movie, you can really get an idea of how those sound stages can really be transformed. Now, I do feel bad for those people of Whoville, though, because not only did they have to deal with the Grinch, but their neighbor behind them was a real psycho. That's right, everybody, we're pulling up to the set of Bates Motel. Anybody want to stop by and take a shower? No? No, yeah. Oh my gosh. Guys, that's Norman Bates. Okay, this is really weird. I literally come back here every single day, and I've never seen Norman here. I've heard some really scary rumors about this guy. I hope they're not true. We wouldn't want to run into any trouble. Okay, this is not looking good. Okay, just make sure we don't look over there. No one look over there, because we do not want to get his attention. Norman! Hey! Oh gosh, okay. Norman, listen. We're heading out of here. We were just coming by to admire the motel, and everything looks great. We just wanted to say hi, Norman. Please be nice to my friends. Car 4. That was a close one. He almost got you there, Norman. You're such a jokester. Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Now we are going to stop here for just a second for you to get some great photo opportunities. This is a real 747 plane that you're seeing here. It was brought here from the Mojave Desert Plane Graveyard and deconstructed for the films. Like I said, definitely get your photos because this is absolutely incredible. You can see on your screen here how they use this set in the film starring Tom Cruise.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around
right in a big neighborhood because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep doing something. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Okay, I'm closed. Robbie, get in.
$100,000 just to get it here and break it apart. That's right, everybody. That's how they always get you. Shipping and handling, even in Hollywood.